Bod Pips. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. So there you go. Good morning, good afternoon, good noon.
Good noon. Oh my gosh.
What? There's like a ton of people here already.
You're just kidding.
Well, let's have a look. We're going to have to scroll to the top, aren't we? Because I haven't got a clue where we are. Let's say hello to everybody. Hello, Savannah. Hello, Gilda. Hello, Susan. Hello, hello, Laura. Hello, Wendy. Hello, Peggy. Hello, Sean. Hello, Doris Jean. Hello, Yoff. Hello, Jess. Hello, Carol. Hello, Lizette. Hello, Logan. Hello, R. Laurie. And hello, Kimberly. Hello, Shanna. And hello, Tina. You're new to the channel, Tina. Welcome, 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 welcome.
Holy crap, that's a lot of peeps.
That's 16 peeps and we haven't even started yet. We just started. It's cool. I like that. So listen, first things first, bit of housekeeping. Mash that like button. It really does help us be less of a well-kept secret. That's what we're trying to do. The other thing as well, we set a little goal. I don't know if you noticed that. We just need 10, can I try that in English? 10 super chats today. And I will do a story time this evening.
Public.
For every Bod Pips.
For everybody.
I haven't got a clue, so if you've got an idea of what you'd like of the story, you could actually throw it in the chat too, and maybe I'll do that one. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. Anyway, what's going on today? Tinfoil.
Well, people have known now for about a year that I've been barking things were going to get intense as we reached the spring of 2025.
Hello, Helena.
And things are certainly getting interesting.
Oh, you might say.
And, we talked about not really knowing for sure what it was going to be, right? We said there might be some sort of food crisis. There might be martial law.
Oh, God,
there
no,
might
please.
be borders shut down. There might be, air traffic problems. Behind all of that, we kept saying, don't lose your head. Right? Well,
Tricky.
We're coming for a big shift, right? Astrologers consider 0 degrees Aries to be the start of the cycle of the zodiac.
Got to start somewhere.
Right? Like we know that our calendar runs January, which would be, some people start with Aquarius, but really Aries is the start of the zodiac. So, what you got?
Okay, we've got Helena and we've got Donna, who's logged in with a different account, but I know Donna's a channel member, so don't worry. We'll give you a reading. I know you're a channel member, Donna. You just must have logged in on a different account. All right. And hello, Tafy, whoever you are. Welcome. She says, happy Magickal Monday, Lisa and Anton. Love the book so far. Well,
that's good. Okay.
Thank you, thank you.
All right. So we know that 0 degrees Aries is going to start...
the cycle, the year,
cycle,
the astrological year.
And that we would have, the equinox is the
Spring
beginning
equinox.
of that cycle, 0 degrees Aries. And the zodiac is very interesting because each sign kind of brings something new and tries to make up for what the sign before it lacked.
Oh, yeah.
Or offer something to the next sign that can be used to build on. And most unusually, an awful lot of things, planets, energies, are focused in that same area, Pisces into Aries. So we're going to see some very, very interesting things
That's a raised eyebrow.
over the next month, which are kind of like we said, that crescendo or that big shift.
Crescendo or cacophony?
Cacophony.
It could be more like a cacophony the way things are going.
So because of the Pisces, Virgo, thank you, Lori.
Oh, thank you.
Because of the Pisces, Virgo shift of the nodes, there's a big focus on health and mental health. And with some of the configurations that are going on, the aspects and, more detailed things, we probably all are starting to feel this sense of stress and fatigue. And we really need to channel that at this time into an activism kind of mode, right? I know we're all exhausted, and even now more exhausted from the time change. Some of us have a hard time dealing with that.
I'd like to go back to bed now, if I may.
But there is definitely this sense of fatigue and overload and stress and pressure, and we really need to channel that into activism. But I'll talk more about that in a few minutes. Thank you, Sean.
They're making the lights flash.
All right.
8 to go for the story. Ha ha.
So the nodes in Pisces and Virgo are very close in degree to the full moon. And when that happens, we get an eclipse.
That we do.
So we're having a full moon at 24 degrees Virgo, and in the Academy, we'll be doing a ritual for that. And so the nodes are conjunct, right? The south node is conjunct the full moon, north node in Pisces. But also in Pisces are Saturn, Neptune, the sun, and the north node, right? So all this stuff in Pisces.
No drama then.
Saturn, the sun, and Neptune over these next few months are all going to shift into Aries, begin their cycles, right? We now have Uranus direct, so it's picking up speed, right? Remember we talked before about it being this giant barge that had to slow way
It's
down
not exactly known for its agility, is it?
before it could move direction. But now that it's moving, it is conjunct Al-Ghul again.
Oh dear.
And that will get to the exact degree. It's 1 degree away right now, very shortly. So perfection, they call that, if we could think of that as perfection. So it's really, really important that you don't lose your head. Mars has also gone direct in Cancer, but it's at 18 degrees Cancer, so that's in the second decan, which is Pisces energy. And on the date of the full moon, Capricorn will be the ascendant, and Pluto will be right on the ascendant, even though it's in Aquarius. So you have a very late degree Capricorn rising when the moon is at 24 degrees, and 3 degrees Pluto in Aquarius.
Is this the bit where we scream, "Beware the Ides of March"?
Absolutely.
Oh dear.
Absolutely. And we know that Venus is retrograde, and we said that the Venus retrograde would cause uprisings, and especially feminine resistance, feminine activism. Did anybody see that Parisian feminist movement of topless women
painted their
painted
chests
and protesting? There's going to be more and more of that, and we really need to get our act together.
I think peaceful protest is a wonderful
It's
thing.
really important.
But keep it peaceful.
Right. Okay. We would do better off if we did things like sit-ins or disrupting things without any sort of violence.
Any kind of confrontation.
Because you know that martial law was one of the things we looked at with this Mars stuff going on. And any excuse they can find
To suspend the Constitution and deny us our rights.
right? So make sure whatever protesting you're doing is very organized, non-violent. Do things like sit-ins, things like that. And many people can't take off work. I know that Friday has been declared a day to strike and not go to work and like shut things down that way, which is peaceful protesting.
Unfortunately, it risks a lot of people's jobs, doesn't it? Because some employers are not too much
I know
fun.
a lot of people can't do that, but you can participate in these blackouts. You can protest with your silence. So even though it might be inconvenient or you might feel like you're making a sacrifice. They are trying to organize that this next week, no one buy anything on credit card, and no one buy anything from the big box stores. So no Amazon, no Walmart, no corporate stuff, no corporate company stuff, even in a ma and pa, right? Like if you go into a local grocer, health food store, market, don't buy the Kellogg's and the Purdue and things like that. Shop local, pay cash. It can't be traced, and you're blocking things out. And you might say, well, I can't survive without my Starbucks or my Dunkin' or my whatever.
One day you can.
No, I'm talking about a week now.
Okay, well you can do.
All right.
You can do without.
But if
Starbucks
you-
for a week, make your own
If
damn
you
coffee.
make the sacrifice now, you could make a difference in the world, right? But if you don't want to sacrifice your Starbucks, your Dunkin', your Walmart, your Amazon, your whatever, you may find out that later on
You've lost a lot
you've
more.
lost a lot more, like your country. I mean, this past week it is declared that we are no longer leader of the free world.
No.
Um,
Seem to have jumped sides.
This morning, we saw again how organized Canadians are. So this time of year is a spring break for them, and
Yeah.
usually tons of college students would come to either Arizona or Florida for their spring break.
Ain't
They
happening this
showed
year.
the hall in the airport that's usually that zigzag line of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of kids. It was empty. They're not coming. So we need to organize, and a lot of people, because of the position that Anton and I are in, people come to us and say, but what can I really do? What could I do? I'm just me. What can I do?
Support us.
What you could do is participate in the blackout, right? You may not be able to get out to the street and protest. You may not feel safe to hang a sign on your property. You may not feel that you can physically do things, but you can spread the word for the blackout. You can participate in the blackout. You can not use a credit card. You can get cash out the bank. You can become this silent activist. And that's really, really important. If we don't do something very, very soon, we will be over the cliff. Right? We're heading
Dangerously.
chug up that cliff.
It's. I was reading a story the other day, which was interesting. It's somebody had, I think it was a reporter from the Atlantic, and that's pretty good journalism. They ain't too bad there. I wouldn't say they're completely left wing. They try to be neutral on some occasions, but this report was a guy who just immersed himself purely into the right wing media discourse, which is and it looks pretty good from where they're sitting. He said it looks pretty good, Everybody's waging amazing stuff that he's doing, securing the borders, America First policy. It is total bullshit. These people are being fed a line of utter bullshit. I'm sorry for swearing, because I know we're a family show, but it absolutely is. It's utterly detached from the reality of the situation. I mean, yeah, anyway.
Yeah, Hitler took Germany in, I think, 56 days. So, all right. But seriously, the astrology, any astrologer that is worth their salt that you're listening to is saying, right now is this pivotal time. We are seeing all of these planets, Saturn, Neptune, in the death degrees of Pisces, moving into Aries. It's a huge shift. And we have this eclipse. And we have this, don't lose your head chaos. And we have this aggressive Mars, like saying, protect it now. If you don't protect it now, Mars in Cancer, you're not going to have a chance to. So it does take a village, Lori, and we really, really need to build community, get to know our neighbors, build alliances, and don't be putting it off, right? Oh, well, I could buy what I need today, and I won't, but nobody will notice if I do it. Everybody needs to participate. Black out big business. Yes, this might mean that some people lose their jobs who are working for big business, but look at what's going on in the government.
People are losing their jobs.
80,000 people from the Veterans Administration, parks, well,
National Parks makes a profit, a huge profit.
So does the IRS. It's called the Internal Revenue.
It's but $3 billion operating cost and $55 billion generating revenue.
Better that some people lose their jobs and find something else to do at a local level than we lose our country. And I cannot express how serious this is. I'm not trying to be a gloom and doomer, but I had said that air traffic was going to be.
It's another plane crash yesterday.
So yes, we do have that, but we also have, nobody wants to come here now, so our tourist trade is going to be upset too. We really need to get our act together. We need to mobilize and organize and start doing things that show them we have a voice, right? If not, we're not going to have our voice.
We have a Russian asset in the White House who's trying to destroy this country from within. And he's been pretty effective so far. And it needs to be called out for what it actually is. He's a Russian asset. Clearly.
Like I said,
if it walks like a duck, it quacks like a duck.
Screw
It's
the
a
eggs.
duck.
Screw the eggs. I want my country back.
Yeah. Any road up. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. No, I read a lovely quote the other day, and I can't remember which philosopher said it, but the old world is dying. The new world struggles to be born. But now is the time of monsters. And it kind of is. It kind of is. That horrible misogynistic, hold on at all costs, America's supposed to be white and Christian and old men.
Well, they don't want to be guillotined. They don't want to lose their heads. But look how many heads have stepped down and how our government has been decapitated. And, what I'm trying to say is it's been building. You felt it building. You felt it building in November. Right? That's when things started to build astrologically as well. And it's been building and building and building and building, and it's going to come to a head at the end of April. But this equinox, first we have the full moon with the eclipse, Mercury retrograde on that day, Venus is retrograde. Then, a week after that, we get the equinox and the big shift into Aries, and Aries the warrior, and then we're going to get this culmination of Uranus, Mars. The end of April to August is that configuration that we had World War II, the Civil War, and the Revolutionary War.
Yeah, it's scary times, but we mustn't lose our heads.
We've got to keep our heads even more. We must organize
and take care of one another and support your community. And in terms of supporting your community, for those of you that have just joined us,
look at this configuration. All these
things. If anybody can see that there.
Pisces, Aries, they can see there's a whole lump of stuff there. Not much everywhere else. It's all right there.
So, where the hell was I going to say? I forget. Oh yes.
Sorry, I did it to you for once. Ha ha.
So, we have this goal, a super chat goal, of which so far we've got 2 out of the 10 that we require, because I'm going to do story time for tonight. And if you guys have got an idea of what story you would like, ideally something from
He'll still do the long story time private for the.
I don't know how long this might be. I might witter on for ages.
You never know. He's got Celtic fairy tales.
I got all sorts of
magical tales.
I could just
wise and foolish tongue.
Might just do something from
Mabinogi.
Might do something from. Anyway, throw us a super chat. Let us know what story you would like me to tell. Have at it.
All right. Make a plan for the full moon. Set an intention to be strong. Focus on your health and mental health. Don't lose your head. And really, really look at what's being put there for activism, blackouts, and participate. Even if you can't physically get out on the street and carry a sign, or you can't participate in a sit-in, you can participate in a blackout.
You can.
But don't black out your little local community ma and pa stores. Oh, come on, Sean. He wants this story time.
He hasn't said what story he wants yet either. Well, thank you. Thank you. We appreciate you, Sean, very much. It's also...
Yeah.
7 to go, peeps. Come on. You can do it.
But seriously, this now, I cannot express to you how important it is now. Right? How important it is now. So if you stockpiled things, now is the time to start using them and not shopping. Be mindful.
Yes.
Or shop at a small market for cash.
CSA is also a wonderful
CSAs
thing.
are coming up.
Community-supported agriculture is such a
I don't
great
know that they
idea.
have much right now.
Well, no, but you know, it's something that helps.
You could
a great
join
deal.
one.
You could,
Yeah, maybe.
You could.
Alrighty.
All right, so
We have-
who's first on list? First on
We have
list.
almost 20 readings to do here.
That's easy.
Savannah was first today. Woohoo!
Well, hello, Savannah. Started it for our tarot deck. This is a very good one. Great work ethic here, actually, and the ability to create wealth just entirely with your own hands. I think an opportunity is going to present itself that that will bring you forwards. Almost again like hanging your own shingle, if that makes some kind of sense to you. Like, you know, creating wealth through your own hands and your own work ethic. I know you've not really been focused on that, but I think it's doable.
Well, there's things you can do behind the scenes.
Little things, yeah. Doesn't have to be anything. What do you call it? Magnanimous? I can't even say that.
I don't know.
I don't know either. But there you go. Did you want to add anything?
Well, yeah, I think it's, you know, it doesn't, again, have to be physical stuff. It could be things you have in your toolbox that you're using behind the scenes to help grow some sort of...
Revenue stream.
Yeah.
I think so.
All right.
All right.
Gilda.
Your turn for Gilda. Oh, Kimberly as well. Thank you. Look at that. And thank you,
Gilda.
Savannah, for the super chat.
Gilda. Still trying to get that last piece of the cycle in sync. So you may be still going through some scheduling things, or
Wouldn't they?
you might be working on something that you feel like you just haven't quite solidified or grounded all the pieces to. But I think that you will be able to think it through, focus, and get it where you want to be. 4s are foundations. So whatever you're building, you just have like one more important part, and then you'll have all the 4 cornerstones to build on.
Oh, she wants the battle of the trees. There's going to be a battle here. So,
Oh.
Cat Goddo, eh? That's
This is for
that's not an easy story,
Susan.
That Susan. I know sometimes it's hard when things...
when you're sensitive.
Yeah, and I think every wonderful thing, because you're such a lovely individual and you care so deeply, and I think unfortunately the angst, the strum, the sheer pain and injustice in the world, and the amount of horrible energy that's being spewed by people to other people is kind of getting to you a little bit. I would suggest, if you can, just come by the shop and get a hug, you know, and just stick your hands in the salt, you know, get that away from you. It's a double-edged sword being a very empathic individual. It really is, because you take on so much hurt in the world, and it starts to hurt you physically. So don't be Branwen here and die of a broken heart, love. Don't. You know, you can light up a room with your smile. Do that.
I also want to say this card is like, life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans. And I know some of that stuff that went on with your teaching in another state was very distressing, but I think that everything does happen for a reason, and that if you had to travel now, it would be very distressing. So I think you're better off with how it came out.
You're sent as a unicorn. Well, thank you. I
All right, that's 6.
It isn't actually. It's only 5 because that's a super sticker, not a super chat.
Oh, come on.
I don't make the rules. Don't blame me. I don't know. Whatever.
I'm counting it.
You can't. Well, you can count that. All right.
All right.
But we'll still get it.
Now,
I'm
this
sure
is
we'll get
for Laura,
it. With an
not
M.
our Lori. They're both on the list today.
All right.
So I don't want them to get confused. This is for Laura. I'm counting it, Yoff. He's just being a pedantic poop.
I'm not being. Listen,
All right.
it'll tell you if you go. I don't know.
Laura.
Yoff, it's awesome. We thank you for it. Thank you. Seriously.
This time of the equinox, this time of balance, I think this next couple of weeks is very, very important for you to kind of maintain your sense of wisdom through experience, to not compromise yourself. And Mercury retrogrades are a good time to finish up old business. So if there was a contract or something that you wanted to get in place that you've been waiting for, it's okay to go ahead and sign it during the Mercury retrograde. But it's really not a time to launch something brand new. So use your skills, use your wisdom, maintain your equilibrium, finish up old business, and get ready for that big push forward into the fiery energies of Aries.
That is also a very Manawydden card. Manawydden.
You're up next for Peggy.
Peggy, come here, go away. Come here, go away. It's a bit of mixed signals, this one. There's somebody or something on your periphery you're almost tempted to embrace but not sure about it. And I get that. It's like once bitten, twice shy kind of thing. So, but trust is something which has to be paid forwards, because if you don't, you're in a Mexican standoff from the get-go. Oh my gosh, Tei-Fei has joined the Academy of the Occult. Well, thank you, Tei-Fei, or however that is pronounced. I'm sorry. But yes, thank you. Yeah, trust, you have to pay it forwards. Otherwise there's that, as I said, Mexicans, they don't trust me. Why should I trust them, you know? And it's kind of tricky. So I understand, but you know, maintain boundaries, like Lisa suggested from the previous card. Maintain boundaries, but don't cut your nose off to spite your face here. That's important.
Well, I think it is important this is kind of a card of expressing and being open, but also protecting, right? Like, I will help you, but I'm not going to take any of your crap. So there.
Oh, Tina sent us a super chat. Thank you so very, very much.
So I'll put Tina on the list here, because
You got to put. I think that's Taylor, isn't it?
I think it is.
So put Taylor on the list as well. Cause she's now joined. She's officially a channel member.
All right, Taylor, you can go back and look at all the stuff that's up there too. There's guided meditations and all kinds of stuff.
Oh yes, you get
all right, so
access
it's Peggy. Sean. Oh.
Sean's usually first. He was digging holes in his garden today.
So again, some of the cards get a bad reputation. Like this card is named Abandonment, but that is not true. This guy knows that the last piece that he needs isn't where he's standing. So he's going to go and get what he needs.
I need a bigger drill.
Right? So this is, anytime you see a moon on a card, you know the person is starting a new phase. So this doesn't necessarily mean physical travel. You don't have to go to another state, but it could be astral travel.
Ooh.
So I think that you may have a question, and maybe you're being drawn to understand the story of Manawydden, because you should go visit him.
Okay, so that's the third time Manawydden's come up today.
Well, and he asked for Manawydden.
Well, right.
So, so maybe do a guided meditation and go and visit Manawydden and ask him how to get that piece that you're missing. But it doesn't when you see this card as abandonment, it doesn't mean he's never coming back. It means that he needs to get the piece that's missing, and he can't fashion it right where he is. He needs to learn or find something that is elsewhere. But I think your elsewhere is on the astral.
Fun, fun, fun.
Yoff.
Hello,
Let me
Yoff.
just spread these around.
Shuffle them up, why don't you?
There you go.
All right.
That's my card of the day.
It's one we covered yesterday as well. I love this. I love this. This actually shows the ability to think clean outside the box, and I think you have that. I think you have a very refreshing approach. You are not burdened by conventional thinking, and that means that you are one of those annoying buggers who can find solutions to problems where people have gone, but we've always done it this way, you know? This is the way we've always done it. I don't understand. How can there possibly be another way? But you have this almost annoying way of looking at things and going, yeah, you know what? If you did this, this, and this, it kind of works even better. So kudos to you. This actually, the ploughed field here, I love it. This is showing this. You're actually moving into quite a time of abundance for you. So things on the up and up, and maintain that positive demeanour and that, yeah, I can do it no matter what kind of attitude. And I think it will serve you well. So have at it, Yoff. Anything to add?
No.
Oh, well, there you go then.
It's just that I think financially things are getting better, because that's a good finance.
Yeah, well, I did say.
All right.
Things are on the up and up.
Jess.
Oh, that doesn't suck.
The Divine Nurturer. As we go forward into the rest of this summer, spring and summer, I'm really thinking that you are going to be busier and busier and busier. That people are going to seek your steadiness and your knowledge. I see a lot of growth for you, and being able to move forward with a lot of the plans or seeds that you've planted, even though things may have been disrupted in the past. I think now they're going to grow some real solid roots and manifest great sustenance for you, great sense of stability and community.
Absolutely. Yeah, I feel the same thing. And you know what? You deserve it. So,
Carol.
Hello, Carol. My mate Carol. Did you see that? Juggle, juggle, juggle. Actually, you're pretty good at this. You're very good at repurposing things, reimagining things, and just making things work, even when there are financial constraints or restrictions that prevent you from. Oh, well, I would just go get another one. That maybe not that practical, but you're very resourceful, and I think this is a very good card to show that even in crazy, turbulent times, you have the ability to put the plates on the sticks and keep them all going and juggle things around and balance on one foot whilst wearing a very splendid hat.
I love that this guy's all dressed in orange, because it's really showing strength and resilience.
It does, yeah.
And this is your full moon coming, Carol, the Virgo full moon.
There you go.
So a plan would be a great thing for you.
Oh, bugger the plan, just juggle. You're resourceful. You can make it happen. Your turn.
All right, Lizette.
We got 4 to go, peeps. Come on, throw us a super chat. I want to do a story tonight. I'd like to.
No, you've got 2 to go.
No, I make 6 out of 10 there. What do you say, 2?
Well, I thought you had 8 already.
No.
Well, you're counting Yoffs, aren't you?
Well, you're counting the offs, but Facebook aren't. We're not on Facebook.
Lizette. All right. So this card has strong links to Saturn. And Saturn is about understanding karma and understanding lessons. Now, here's what I'd like to say. Sometimes we are the student and we have to deal with the lessons that Saturn is doling out as a student. But I feel like for you for today is saying you may be in the position of teacher. So you may have to be the one who kind of puts the karma out for the other person or people to learn a lesson.
Oh, I walk through the garden of enlightenment.
I see this as not so much as a personal restriction, although you may not like the position you're in, but I see this as a position of authority who is now putting out the rules and telling people how it is. So I think you're going to get Saturn on some people's butts.
Love it. I love it.
You're up for Logan.
Logan. Logan's Run. Fish Boy also came up yesterday. I like this card. Watch out for drama. That's what I would say. Don't let things turn into a flaming drama, because this is the Piscean card, as you're probably
The Salmon
well aware.
of Wisdom is trying to talk to you.
Yeah, but now may be an opportune time to do a little bit of divinatory work, divination or whatever, possibly astral travel, possibly going deep, because there is some wisdom in there.
Wisdom?
Wisdom.
Like a wizened vizier?
Wisdom! I can't bloody speak. I'm sorry. It's that hour. I want to go back to bed. I do. No, there's some wisdom in there. So, yeah, things may not be as they appear, but doesn't mean they're anything otherwise. What about a flaming bottle with a napkin? No. Molotov cocktails, not a good idea, sir.
No, I think quite the opposite. Pisces is very much the healer and the psychic and the
sensitive
creator. So it might be a great time to have your head down and write some more poetry or something.
There you go. The pen is mightier than the sword.
All right. Now this is for our Lori.
Our Lori. Hello, our Lori.
Our Lori.
Excuse me.
All right, Lori. A resurrection
too
of
loud.
sorts here. So remember I said that this full moon is very much about health and mental health. And here you have the angel Gabriel bringing this red cross for healing. And I think that focus for you for this full moon should be building health and releasing illness. So for these next few days, start to make a plan on how you can build up good health and good habits. And then after the eclipse, let go of the bad habits. All right? So this is a powerful week for you.
Stick K on the list. Thank you.
Stick K. Okay. All right, you're up for Kimberly.
Kimberly. I feel this is Kimberly's card. Whoosh. Hey. This actually, even though things seem like, oh my God, it's almost out of control, it's not. If you can actually get the frenetic energies and pull them into order, if you can get them, focused as this is, so they're cohesive, then you are going to get an amazing result very, very, very quickly. So focus on not so much trying to calm the insane energies, but order them. Get your ducks in a row, so to speak. Get all of the push in the right direction, because this is a house on a hill with a river running past. This is really good feng shui, and it's got a weir, so you've even got a source of food there. So this is a very, very positive card, even though it looks like, oh my God, everything's out of control.
Well,
it
if you
is
thought
not.
things were moving fast before.
Yeah, March will be done in a minute, a hot minute,
Yeah.
But if you can harness that really push ahead Martian energy right now, I think you can turn it into something extraordinarily productive for you to make a major leap forwards.
Really, the astrology is dictating, have a plan, right? Virgo likes details. Have a plan. Stick to it. See it through, right? There's going to be so many things coming out. Pluto wants to expose the truth, and Pluto's going to be on the ascendant, right? So what you show people, we're going to be bombarded with things. It's really, really important we stop, look, and listen, right? Don't just jump out into the street. Take stock, look at the details, make a plan, and do not lose your head. We really, really need to keep calm and cool, and we need to do our research. We need to sort fact from fiction. There's going to be a lot of AI stuff trying to provoke us or show us lies, but a lot of stuff is going to come out over these next few weeks. A lot of stuff. And it's really, really important that we organize.
Sort wheat from chaff.
All right.
I love it. I remember a paramedic once telling me a lesson that they were told when they were starting their career, and that was, don't just do something, stand there. What? Assess the situation first. Take a beat. What's going on here? Who's badly hurt? Who needs help? Where am I going first? Kind of thing.
Like a triage kind of.
Kind of just stand there and assess the situation, you know. And I think that's really, really important. If you look at what it is, take a moment before you immediately act. But that's part of what it is of knowing. You know, the first process of anything, be it permaculture or whatever, is actually observing what's going on.
Right. Let's think about the two signs that are involved in so much, right? I mean, the next new moon that we have is Aries. We really have this switch from Pisces energy into Aries energy. It's a huge shift. And that Neptune-Saturn conjunction in Aries at 0 degrees Aries hasn't happened in like 3,500 years. So there's a huge shift of energy.
We haven't got a lot of written history back that far.
No. But seriously, take stock. What do I want to do, and how do I want to do it, right? Think of the energy of that last of the water signs that says, search the depth of your soul. What can you create? How do you want to express this, right? Because Pisces is the poet and the musician, and right, how do you want to water your garden, so to speak? And then Aries is quite the opposite. Aries is ready, shoot, aim, right?
Kinda.
It's the pioneer, and it jumps forward, and it doesn't make sure it has a parachute, it leaps, right? Mm-hmm. So think about the difference between these two things and get ready to leap. There's going to be a big shift. All right.
Bags of smoke
I'm up
straight
for
up
Helena.
the middle, as they say.
Ooh.
That doesn't suck.
I think something really positive is going on with a work thing. Maybe you have felt like you couldn't really get things done, but I feel like there's going to be a lead here into something that you can do maybe in addition to what you're doing that you really enjoy, and still in the same sort of line of work, but really brings you some income that you need to kind of catch up on things. Maybe this is something privately paid or something like that. But it looks like you're going to be able to use your skills and earn some good money.
Well, there you go. She was wondering about work as it happens.
All right, you're up for Donna.
Donna. Oh, the Hierophant. There's an irony to this card. There's an irony to this card. When we look at the word hiero, it means secret, as in hieroglyphics, a secret kind of writing, if you will. But the Hierophant, whilst he, and the phant bit, like sycophant, somebody who exalts something, so he exalts the secrets. Assuming he's a he, because he's got awfully nice shoes for a bloke. But, yeah, shoes again, Piscean thing. I don't know. It's
happy birthday.
Yes, and very, very happy birthday to you. Yes, thank you for reminding me. It is indeed your birthday. So say happy birthday to Donna, everybody, and make a day. So he like honors the secrets and goes, "Oh, these secrets are so secret, nobody shall know them. Nobody shall know them."
Let me secrete your books in the Vatican Library.
They are so secret. None are so worthy as to know the secrets unless you have done all the necessary supplication and toadying and oh God, you are so big and all that. Whilst at the same time giving away every single bloody one of them in plain sight. So this card is about take a beat, take a step backwards. Open up a more circumspect viewpoint, if you will, and you will see what's been hiding in plain sight, if you like, or attempted to be hidden in plain sight. And it's going to be very revelatory. I can't even pronounce that word. How do you say it? Revelatory?
Like revolution?
No, like it reveals itself.
Revealing?
I'm sure there's a word there, but I can't pronounce it. It's because I'm a brummie. I don't do words right, mate. But no, it's good. This is a good card. I think a lot of learning going on here just by simple observation, and that's fantastic. So there.
All right.
There you go. And happy birthday once again.
Cass.
Yes, indeedy.
Like
thank you.
Cass's card is down here.
Okay. Helena sent a super chat as well. She's just awesome.
Cass.
Thank you.
Doors opening. You know, sometimes we want to make a change and the door opens and we think, okay, I really want to move forward. And we step into the doorway and we're no longer in the room we were in, but we're not quite in the room ahead of us yet either. And I think maybe you've spent a bit of time in that doorway, in that space of not in the past and not in the future, just kind of a little bit in a holding pattern, you know? Sometimes things happen and we kind of get in that holding pattern. But this card looks like this full moon is going to give you some things you need to be able to dance forward. Not just step forward, but to be able to gracefully kind of dance forward into the new. So I think this will be a time of change and renewal for you.
Yep. It's a good card. Doesn't suck. Revealing something to me. Yes, you're right. I think you were right with the pronunciation. Thank you. Well, I don't know, but only a Virgo would, wouldn't you? Words, you know, they're tricky.
We have lots of Virgos. There's like 4 or 5 Virgos.
There's a bloody
here.
Jury of Virgos out there.
Tina for...
Tina.
Because she gave the $5 thingy. Right? Didn't you want to honor her?
She did.
Okay.
She did.
Yeah.
She wanted, Tina.
Okay.
Tina gets a card.
Okay.
Tina, Ace of Wands. Another house on a hill with a river running past, except this one is a palace. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. So this does not suck, I have to tell you. This really is about, you need to rethink your thinking a little bit because the secret lies in the creativity here. I know classically that wands are fire and this may be time for inspiration and stuff like that. But no, Virgos judge, they don't rule. Just saying.
Well, you got Lori, you got Carol, you got Doris Jean, you got Logan.
Yeah.
I think there was one other back there somewhere too.
Oh, I don't know. It's what are you going to do? So yeah. Although this is classically the element of fire, I do believe that was a deliberate obfuscation via Pamela and Arthur Edward Waite, because wands would get burned in fire if you think about it. So instinctively I feel that this is more like, you know, the thoughts, the ideas, the using your cerebellum to bring about something really, really good. And I think if you can get into creative thinking, you know, visualization even, I think that would be a good thing, whether you do it as maybe a what do you call that? A vision board? Is that what it is? Maybe a vision board or something that's going to help you glean a focus, a very clear focus on what it is that you are trying to conceptualize. Even if you have to throw a few ideas around in your own grey matter to do it, I think you're going to make a major step forwards by applying that creative thought. That's it. That's the key there. Creative thought. Thank you. Somebody's really pressing hard now for the Man of Widden thing. That's all I'm saying. I think he's being almost undue influence. Oh, come on, mate. I bought my own story.
How are you going to hang the mouse? All right, I'm up for Taylor.
It's surely not. It's beneath your station, sir.
Taylor.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you.
I think this is sort of like a grass is greener thing. You know, sometimes we think we'd be better off in a different place. But many times it's that we would be better off paying attention to different things, right? So this card is a lot of times thought of as a card for travel or exploration. But again, I'm getting this feeling in the group mind today that this isn't about another state or another place to live. I think it's about research and understanding other things that you could bring into yourself, right? So you notice one of the wands is anchored and the other wand is being held. So you have a lot more control over what you bring into your space. You have a lot more control over what you bring into your mind. You have a lot more control over what you bring into your body. So let yourself focus and figure out what it is that you want to explore and what you'd like to have part of your world, and just manifest that. All right. Kay, who was for Savannah's, said...
Oh, right. Did she have a question? I can't recall.
Well, you could scroll back.
I could try.
She said add Kay.
Well, I think there was a question. K for guidance. Okay. All right. I thought there was a question.
Ooh. Faith.
Just do it.
Faith.
Step of faith is necessary here. If you're hesitant, don't be, because hesitancy is just the opportunity may go shuffling off somewhere else if you don't jump at it.
Gotta take that leap.
So yeah, even if you're not totally convinced of the outcome, just have that step of faith at this point, and I think you will be successful, because the Fool knows, he's guaranteed. He'll learn to fly, or he's guaranteed a landing, because it is necessary. It is part of the process.
And I think when you think about it, Kay, you have a support system. You just don't always call upon it. So maybe it is time to call in some favors to help you get your run up to what you need.
Yeah, it's also good to bounce ideas off other people sometimes. That can do that. You can do a dry run on somebody. So, but hesitancy ain't going to win the day here. Just, you've got to have that step of faith and do it.
All right.
Who we got now?
Card of the week.
Oh, you better. You better.
You bet.
Oh, not again, no.
All
It's
right.
been a long time since I
Card of
attempted
the week.
to sing that.
Well, how fitting.
Opinions are like buttholes.
Yeah. This is, again, this kind of crescendo
Freneticism
of different ideas. When we look at this card, everybody's dressed in a different outfit. They all herald from a different kingdom, and they're all trying to browbeat the other people into their way. And you may have some of this going on in your family or in your community or at your work situation, and we know we have it in our country. So be prepared for the battle. Keep a clear mind, a steady outlook. Be ready with research and calmly represent yourself. Nobody's going to listen to you if you yell.
That's true, actually.
Whoever yells the loudest isn't correct.
Everything louder than everything
Right?
else doesn't work.
Take a calm, healing, serious approach. Protect yourself from the other people who want to stab you, and don't stab anyone. This is going to be a really crazy week. It's the start of a huge shift. This, something that was set in motion back in November, right? Those things that started off there 6 months ago are coming to this time of this full moon that will again govern a 6-month period till we get to that Pisces full moon in the fall. This is going to be a huge time of shift and transition, and some people will be very set in their ways and they won't want to listen to reason. You can't save everyone, but be calm and at least save yourself. Okay? It's going to be a very, very pressurized, accelerated time. We're going to be back here in what seems like a couple of days, and it'll be a week past already. Back here on Magickal Monday.
Oh, right, yeah.
But we do have things going on this week that you can enjoy in the Academy. And then, like I said, tonight, what do you think, 7 o'clock?
Maybe 8. Maybe
8 o'clock?
I think I'll do 8, because that gives people a chance to get the kids to bed, because it's a not-so-bedtime story.
Right.
And I think we'll probably do the second branch. The third branch. We'll do the third branch. Now what you do?
I'm going to put the cards away.
I've heard you rattling some.
Oh,
Courtney! We have to do your card then, don't you? Hope you're feeling better. I understand you've been under the weather a bit. And thank you for the super chat, Courtney.
Never regret investing in yourself. Right? You can see there's this little hog down here. It's Turk Truth. Okay.
From Killhook and Olwen.
From Killhook and Olwen. So even though things may seem very difficult, you can do it. This is about investing time and effort and energy into you and not feeling guilty about it.
You're worth it.
All right.
You're worth it. Gosh, listen, you guys, there's a whole bunch more watching us than we have likes. So can I presume upon you to hit that
Hit the like button.
Hit that like button, because it makes a difference. We're trying to be less of a well-kept secret. And the more you guys like us and mash the heart button and interact with chats and super chats and all that fun stuff, the more the authorities, if that's the word, the authorities deem to promote us a little bit, because
don't shut yourself in.
No.
If you're within driving distance and you need a safe haven,
come visit.
Come to the shop, even if you just sit on the porch.
Don't have to buy a damn thing. No,
come to the porch, sit on the porch, read a book, come in and visit the rocks. Just
say hi to the fish.
Yeah.
Just
find a place that's safe.
We are a place of safety, and we love that we have that. And we love that, if people feel slightly out of sorts, it's a very restorative place. So please use it. We're there for you, and you're there for us. And we like that. We like that a lot. We love that we've got this incredible community that's growing, and more power to it, because that the little community that looks out for one another, that we can barter and trade between ourselves and all that sort of stuff. It's going back to the way things should be, which is really the kind of Aquarian push, isn't it? If you think about it, as we get into the age of Aquarius, it's about dispersing things rather than the old way of hoarding everything, like the grotesque hoarding of wealth at the moment. There is consolidation of power and influence and wealth is ridiculous.
No, power to the people. I have that on my Facebook.
Yeah.
Power to the people.
Exactly.
Things are really crazy accelerated. Somebody's hit the gas pedal.
Kind of.
Yeah.
It's almost like the controls have been set for the heart of the sun.
So we really need to filter and think, that it sounds funny, but stop, look, and listen, right? Don't just get sucked into that. Stop. Look at it. Is it real? Is it coming from a place of love?
That's your acid
Listen
test.
to your inner truth. What is are you listening to yourself here? Does this make sense? And work to shield and protect those who are important to you, you know, and do things peacefully, but do them seriously. And again, I can't stress to you enough how important participating in these blackouts are. Suffering now or sacrificing now that cup of coffee or whatever it is that you could buy for 30 cents cheaper and free shipping on Amazon, it's going to make a huge difference if you went to your local ma and pa, paid a little bit more for it, and paid cash.
Yeah, yeah. It's true. It's true. You know, you give a little now, or you stand to lose a lot. And I don't think people have wised up to how
really
much.
Think about how much has changed since January 20th. How many people have lost their livelihoods, our reputation destroyed. Other governments feel that we're aligning with Russia, and we have. That display in the White House where the vice president attacked a leader of another country. People saying that we shouldn't be allowed in the G7. People saying we have to figure out how we are going to defend ourselves without the United States.
Right, yeah.
Canada saying, you know, we're peaceful, but we're not your 51st state.
What's with the trade war?
There's a trade, you know,
What's with that?
saying we are... think of what's happened in 6 weeks. Now put steroids and crack there and think of what's going to happen these next 6 weeks as we get towards the equinox. Be careful, be mindful, be serious, be safe.
Absolutely, absolutely. And just know that love is the most powerful force in the universe.
Love is the law. Love
It
conquers
really
all.
is. It really is, you know. And unfortunately, the current incumbent of the White House is not coming at anything from a place of love.
No.
Perhaps that was his problem. He's never been loved, you know, because he's a very, very mean person. And that saddens me.
What's
Anyway.
the algorithm gods?
Well, it's the mighty algorithm gods is so YouTube, they don't have people, you know. Computers decide who's popular and who isn't, you know, because their idea is, you know, they want to keep you focused.
Well, yeah, I've been
all the
trying
time.
to read on how it works, and one of the things that they said was really important is if you do have a membership and those members don't like your video, then they won't show it to other people because they think if people who already are your members don't
Aren't
like
watching
it,
your
there's
stuff.
no point in putting it out to somebody else. I think that might make sense. Yeah.
So if your channel, do religiously make sure you've mashed the like button on everything, and wherever you can share our stuff.
And wherever
that
you can leave a
helps.
comment on an
Please do.
older video, like if you go back to something, even if you just like put a thank you or loved this or what have you,
Or comment
those-
on somebody else's comment.
those past videos get traction that way too.
Mm-hmm.
But we will see you tonight at 8:00 for
Yes.
the
I
third
will.
branch, right?
Well, I'll do the third branch of the Mabinogi.
And then we will see you Wednesday night, and then we have some other stuff planned. And
Should I do it from memory? Should I tell the story from memory? Or should I? Really?
whatever you want to do, I would have a little backup plan so you don't forget anything.
Well, I can do my cast in order of appearance. That usually works. That keeps me sort of on track. There's a lot of names in there.
Yes.
They're important to know. But
Kigva.
Kigva, I know Kigva. Yeah, I mean, it means meat.
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 Meet, meat.
Well, it's interesting because they came from the same root. They went to meet. That's where we get the word meeting from. But they actually went to consume meat.
See, you're having a story time already. All right, folks, we got miles to go.
Yes,
Lots to do.
We've got to go and do some crazy
and
admin
we'll,
now.
We'll see you back here later.
So thank you.
Peace and blessings.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking us. Thank you for the super chats and
Thank you.
all that
Thank you.
fun
See you
stuff.
later.
We appreciate you very much. Have an amazingly wonderful day, and we're going to say bye-bye for now. So